Welcome back, everyone. On today's Market Monday, we're going to go back and look at some of the most recent Pokemon expansions and see how the single prices have been performing, how the sealed prices are doing, to kind of evaluate the market, determine what we want our next plays to be, and see if our recent investments have been paying off. So far, it's not doing so good. All right, quick reminder, every purchase on the eBay store gets you a golden ticket and enters you into our giveaway. Every 100 tickets we hand out, we're going to do a live giveaway for some great prizes. So check out the store, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and stay tuned for the next giveaway. Starting with Fantasmo Flames, I'm not going to look at performance here because this set just came out. Right? We don't know what these prices are going to do yet, but it's kind of interesting to see the difference in price between the first two and the rest. You're looking at Mega Charizard EX at almost $800. Mega Charizard X Gold, EX Gold, $650. And then from there, you drop off a cliff. Dawn at $60, Mega Charizard X at $53, Sharpedo $40. It's pathetic. This set reminds me of Champion's Path. This could be another Darkness Ablaze. This is just, it's got all the signs of a classic failed Charizard set. But we'll see. We've never had a Charizard art this good before. Maybe this one changes things. I doubt it. Starting with the first real set that I want to talk about today, Mega Evolutions. Looking at the top 5 performers from this set, Mega Lucario being number 1, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be Gardevoir, but we got Mega Lucario here. And in the last month, you've seen this thing go from $550 as a high down to $470, $480 sitting right now. That's a huge dip in 1 month. Mega Gardevoir, same thing. 1 month, you're going from $550 down to $370. That's a huge drop. Mega Gardevoir EX, same thing. $300 down to $220. Mega Lucario, same thing. $290 down to $218. Mega Venusaur, unfortunately, same thing. $200 down to $150. There's a pattern here. We're probably going to see this throughout today's video. I didn't look at this ahead of time. I could be wrong, but typically when sets like this come out, the prices tank over the first month or 2, maybe 3, and then they level, and then the all-stars kind of show themselves. You see them pick back up. That's when you want to try to get them. Second set, Blackbolt came out right before Mega Evolution. Top 5 cards. We're going to skip over Victini because that's in black and white. We know that's number 1 in both. Zekrom EX. Not a whole lot of sale data here, but from what they do have, it's gone up. Not sure why. I'm guessing it's because this treatment on the card is unique. The all black is something they haven't done in a long time. It makes this a little special. I can see why that would hold the price up on something like this. The rest of the set, I'm guessing it's going to follow the same pattern. Seismitoad going up. Again, maybe because the artwork's unique. It's not a popular Pokemon. It's going up a lot. It's gone from 139 to 140, not that much. $10, $8. Interesting. That might be one to watch. Theorem. Now, see, this is following more of the trend that we saw in Mega Evolution, and I would expect that from this card. It's, to me, nothing special, not a super popular Pokemon. Decent artwork. But you can see it's gone from 73 back down to 70, which is a huge dip. If we look at 3 months, it was down to 65, hit 75. Honestly, it's relatively steady. The counterpart to Blackbolt, we've got White Flare, Reshiram EX. In the last month, not enough data. I wonder why TCG Player doesn't have a lot of information on this set. I wonder if that's indicative of worse pull rates. We may have to look into that. Here's the other Reshiram. You see it's gone from 180 down to 180. So that's a minor change, holding steady in the last month. 0.3%. Hydreigon EX. Yeah, no sales data. Huh. Now see, Hilda here. They have sales, and it's showing a 5% drop over the last month. Weird that the other ones don't have any info. They do have sales. It's just not showing on the chart. Huh. Interesting. TCG Play, if you're watching this, your website's broken. Okay, we'll come back to that. Destined Rivals, everybody's favorite set, or least favorite set. Personally, I kind of hate it. No surprise here. Top card, Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. In the last month, we've seen it go from 580 down to, that's a glitch, 490. Ignore that little dip right there. 580 to 490, so it's definitely retracing quite a bit. Cynthia's Garchomp, same thing. 295 down to 260. Ethan's Ho-Oh, 245 down to 200. I think the reason we're seeing this with Destined Rivals is because so much of this is being opened. The singles are flooding the market. And this card, I think, was probably killed by the promo they printed. 140 down to 139. 3 months. No, I'm surprised. This one's doing kind of well. I love that card. It's probably, I'm guessing if they didn't make the same art in the promo, this one would be worth a lot more. But it's easier to get it now. And Team Rocket's Nidoking, 140 down to 110. Surprised. I thought this was going to be more valuable. I really love this card. I think a lot of people do. But maybe it's just not that hard to pull. But the pattern here, more products hitting the market, more singles are hitting the market, prices are coming down. I don't know that they've hit their bottom yet. I haven't seen any indication that they've flatlined. They may drop further before we see a good buying opportunity on these cards. Shifting gears a little bit over to Magic. Spider-Man collector boosters. These things were selling for over $1,000 when they came out. Rudy at Alpha Investments has been talking about these. He's been buying them up left and right. This is the lowest I've seen them ever. You can get them on eBay right now for under $400. I'm debating buying some. I think they're going to get cheaper. I've watched the YouTube videos of people opening these things. The cards suck. Some of the artwork's okay. There's no value unless you pull the Soul Stone. The kicker is if you pull the Soul Stone, that thing's going for $20,000, $30,000. So Rudy doesn't think this thing could be, Rudy doesn't think this box is going to be under 500 long term. He thinks eventually, maybe when the next Marvel set comes out, or when people start chasing that Soul Stone seriously, the box price will be reflective of that single card price. So maybe this goes back up over 1,000 someday. No idea how long that's going to take. But at $400, I might be willing to buy a couple of these and put them on the shelf for a while. Something to keep an eye on. Shifting over to Lorcana, it hasn't been doing that well. Fabled, it's not the most recent set, it's the set before that, but it's the first in the new line of Lorcana cards. And there's some really valuable cards in this set. Look here, most valuable iconics, over $1,000 for the Mickey. just over 800 for mini. And then from there, you've got the Enchanted Dumbo for 300, Winnie the Pooh for 215, Hades for over 200. There's a lot of value here if you can pull some of those cards. So I'm a buyer of Fabled right now. I bought a case last week. I may buy some more if the price continues to drop, but it's been steadily declining since release around 170. I think I got it for 120 last week. So something to keep an eye on. If you're looking for something to invest in and Pokemon's a little out of your price range right now, Magic and Lorcana might be a good pivot short term while we wait for Pokemon to correct. All right, the last set we're going to talk about today, everybody's favorite set, Journey Together. Not a lot of love for this set when it came out. Still not a lot even today, but the prices are well over MSRP. We're looking at $240 for the enhanced booster box right now. In the last month, slowly declined from $260, but that's not that much of a dip compared to some of the other booster boxes we're seeing. The singles, a little bit different than what we've been looking at with the newer sets. Lily's Clefairy, for the most part, holding steady. 167 down to 140. You know, it's a pretty big dip, but for the most expensive card in the set, it's not that huge of a correction. Salamence EX, I think everybody's starting to wake up to how good this card is. You can see how it's gone from 78 down to 70. Now it's working its way back up again. I think it hit the floor and now people are buying this card. That would be a good time to get this. It's still relatively cheap for how good it is. Might be the best Salamence card we've ever got. Zoroark EX, again, looks like it hit its floor at 54, down from somewhere in the mid-60s. It's back up to almost 60 again now. So working its way back up. Great looking card. People are buying this now. So good opportunity there. Bellybolt EX, not super popular. I think people are realizing that they don't care that much for this Pokemon. The artwork's okay, but you can see it's going from low 50s down to the low 40s. Hasn't hit that floor yet. Might still drop from here. Same with Hops, Zacian. Decent enough Pokemon, not a loved character, mediocre artwork. The pricing is reflecting that. Low 30s right now from low 40s in the last month. I'm not surprised. And then Articuno. This one surprises me a little bit because I love this card. I hear people on YouTube talk about this card and how they love it all the time. I thought it would be worth more. It looks like it's flatlined. I think it's hit its bottom. I think this is going to start going up real soon. I think if you want this card, now is probably the right time to buy it. And when there's some scarcity hitting the market here, like when this card is hard to find, I think this price is going to skyrocket. Unless there's a shit ton of these out there and I just don't know it, I think this one's going to surprise a lot of people. That's it for today's Market Monday. I know we branched out a little bit from Pokemon, but remember, it's not bad to diversify a little bit. I've got Lorcana here. I've got Dragon Ball. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got Magic. I've got Pokemon. I've got stuff all over the place. It's okay to branch out. You don't have to tunnel in on Pokemon, especially right now when things are so expensive. So watch all of the markets. You'll see that there are patterns in Pokemon and trends and things you can figure out and things that you may already know that can help you with other card games. So use your knowledge, use what you've learned in Pokemon to make a little bit of money in these other card games and let Pokemon cool off. It's okay to walk away from Pokemon for a little while. I'm not as heavy into Pokemon right now as I have been the last few years, just because it's so expensive. It's not worth it. There's other opportunities out there. So branch out, diversify a little bit, and don't be afraid to put a little bit of money into things like Lorcana or Dragon Ball or Magic, because I think there's plenty of opportunity there as well. Thanks again for coming. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.